Well, when it comes to this podcast, certainty of death? No.
0 chance of success.
Thank you.
You're waiting for.
Let's go.
Hi-ho!
Hi-ho.
I mean, he is a door.
Wrong
We
door.
don't have to go. Okay. All right.
It's off the Gondor we go.
To the intro now.
We're not going to Gondor, though.
Hi-ho.
Shut up, because we're not going to Gondor in that quote.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of Nerds Doing Nerd Things, when we're coming to the conclusion of Lord of the Rings with Return of the King. With me, as always, it is my wonderful co-host who is hungry just like I am, Susie.
Fucking starving. My dog decided to bleed, so I had to take care of that instead of eating.
Nobody makes him bleed his own blood.
I'm eating burger.
Nobody.
All right, Burger McCheese. Welcome to Good Burger, Rob. How are you?
Hello.
And Mr. Hobo with a Shotgun. All right, Susie.
Movie.
What?
Will's just seeing this for the first time.
Oh, what, the Hobo with the Shotgun?
No, I didn't get an introduction, even though I'm just here to be cute.
Oh, our bystander, Mr. Willis the Hobo.
I'm gonna heckle you bitches all night. Ha ha.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of. Go back to playing Pokemon.
Listen, I'm Nuzlocking. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, the better question is, what Pokemon is he playing?
Volt White. It's a Dryaano hack. I'm fucked.
Yeah, he is. This is like his 100th attempt.
No, this is only my second attempt. You shut your mouth.
Okay, now
Right,
on to the episode while Will gets his shit kicked in Pokemon.
Fuck you.
Susie once again made a... Okay, all right. Here's a big swear here. A fuck ton of questions.
I think the actual thing is a metric fuck ton.
It's very much a metric fuck ton. Because this was a 4.5-hour movie, and she literally, I was watching it on my other monitor. Oh, that happened. Oh,
There are 57 questions, and almost over half of those 57 questions have my own side notes on them.
Oh my god.
all right. Well, without
We're nerds.
any more delay, because we're going to be here all effing night.
Let's get into the 2-hour finale.
Da 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 da. Susie, take it away with the first question.
We start the movie with a flashback. What did you think about that insight into Gollum's past?
I
And
always
yes,
knew he
Rob,
was a
I'm aware
psychopath.
that I spelled Schmiegel's name wrong. The stupid thing would not let me fix it. It kept auto-correcting. I'm fully aware of that one. I
Rob,
got
stop
tired of
laughing in the
fighting with it.
background. Well, you can kind of already see he was nuts. And then once he saw the ring, he kind of flipped into being nuts.
Nuttier.
What's your thought, pal? James?
So the first time I ever saw that, 'cause I remember I was like, oh, cool. I'm like, so why are we going so far? Oh, I'm like, it's our little split personality buddy there. Oh. Yee. It's like, okay, so we get to see how it drove him crazy. And I'm like, I mean, you choked out and killed your own best friend there. I mean,
I met someone who once thought this was a kid's movie.
Was that you, Rob? Yeah. Did you think it was a kid's movie?
No.
Okay. But now that you have said something, what are your thoughts on Gollum going full I Am Legend and killing his dog?
I love that we finally get this scene of him, but they don't explain who Deagle is to him. and I think Deagle was supposed to be his husband.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
They were definitely very close.
Google to the rescue.
I mean, Jesus, you just couldn't break up with the person the normal way. You had to kill him, like, bro.
Oh, well, welcome to the 21st and 20th century, where divorce is too expensive. Get the insurance money while you can.
I didn't do it. The ring made me do it.
But James, you're still kind of right. So while Susie's
made me do it.
most likely looking that up, right?
Relative.
Oh, they are relative.
It says relative. Cousin.
I mean,
There we go.
I could see cousin, but she's about to switch back over to read question 2. But we need her thoughts on the first question first.
Dude, I really wish that they had started. I know that they started Lord of the Fellowship of the Ring with the flashback to how Isildur got the ring, but I really wish that they had continued that along and they had done the flashback for Smeagol getting the ring. I think that would have been a better flow than throwing it in at the beginning of Return of the King. But I really like the flashback into madness.
And we finally get to see the full length of corruption,
Yeah.
which we alluded to last episode. So what do you think about his transformation into Gollum?
That was wicked and some amazing visual.
That was creepy as shit. That was very creepy because it didn't look like that a lot. It didn't look like a lot of time passed.
500 years passed.
Okay, a lot of time passed.
A lot of time passed.
That 500 years will probably give me hair again.
One of my favorite parts about that corruption scene is when
What
he
the hell
had
is
the
this?
regular Hobbit eyes. He blinks, and when they open again, they're the regular big Gollum eyes. And I was just like, no.
Bad.
AJ,
Alright.
you had a question.
Ooh, what's squeaking?
Did you figure out what was speaking?
Yeah, because I moved my light that I have here, and your dog was right there.
Uh-huh. It's keeping him from attacking his ears, so
Is that where he cut?
yeah, I'll send you pictures later. It's
What did he
bad.
bite it?
No, maybe.
Clawed at it?
We're not sure. Yeah, we're not sure. I'm gonna see if I can get him into the vet tomorrow.
All right, well, let's go to question 2 before I really start feeling bad about the donkey.
That scene at Isengard. Can we talk about the design and Saruman's death?
He got kebabbed. Did anybody ask for the Saruman kebab?
Did anyone have Saruman kebab on their bingo card?
No, but
I
I
guess
have,
extra crispy. Thank you.
I have a
However, I
dwarf
did have on my bingo
decapitation.
card. I did have on my card, what happened to Radagast? Answer, Saruman killed him. Yeah, there's your answer to that question. It's been 3 movies. Yeah, Saruman fucking killed Radagast.
Put on, Rob, just for you. My Saruman's on fire.
Because he had the other 3 stabs. He said the 5 stabs of the wizard lords.
Mhm.
His staff, the 2 blue wizards, Radagast, Gandalf's.
Okay.
So
Well,
it is confirmed in the books he did kill Radagast.
that's very upsetting.
I'm gonna come back to the staff comment at the end of the movie.
So I really enjoyed how they killed the stooge too, the backstabbing stooge as well. Like, oh, you just stabbed Saruman 10,000 times. You have an arrow for yourself. Hey, nice mug.
By the way, for that stabbing scene, Saruman's actor, Sir Christopher Lee, had direct input on it. because he was supposed to go as the night goes in. He was supposed to go. Arr! Sir Christopher Lee corrected the director by saying that's not how a man gets stabbed. It's not the sound he makes. It's more like a gasp. The air is dripping through your lungs. I know this. I've done it a few times. So, in case you need a reminder, Christopher Lee was an assassin in World War II.
I just needed a reminder. Christopher Lee is freaking badass.
He's a terrifying badass.
Yeah, I like them better as Saruman than Count Douche Canoe.
Don't knock douche canoe. Don't knock him.
James, what are your thoughts on this since you're laughing right now? Not the douche canoe part.
What if I damn it?
Shit, my brain completely switched to disc canoe. Oh my god. Thank you. I just completely off.
It literally went right over your head.
Just pass me on this one because I almost said the Great Deku.
Okay, Susie, go to thoughts on the drinking game. Ooh, I forgot about the drinking game.
You forgot about the drinking game. So
Yes.
one of my favorite things about all three movies, is you really see it in 2 and 3, is the competition between Gimli and Legolas. And so last movie we saw that they had a competition who could kill the most. Well, this, beginning of the movie, they have a drinking game. Who can drink the most? This was literally one of the best scenes and shows you that like elves can hold their own. I would never want to enter a drinking contest with an elf.
I would never
I
want to
think it's
enter.
more Legolas.
Huh?
I think it's more Legolas, honestly.
That it's entirely possible, but I don't want to have a drinking contest with an elf. I feel like they would drink me under the table.
I wouldn't enter a
especially you. You're a hobbit. You'd be on
I was
the
gonna
table
say
already.
I wouldn't want to enter a drinking contest with a hobbit either.
No.
I love the line. And we're the ones who go swimming with Harry Whitman.
Hey Rob.
Yeah.
Do you know what the song was that Merry and Pippin were singing on the table during the drinking game?
The Green Dragon song.
Thank you.
Wow.
It was bugging me.
Not bugging you anymore.
Yeah, the Green Dragon is the biggest ale house in the Shire.
Off to question number 4.
Pippin and the Orb. What are
That's
your
not
thoughts
question
about
4.
this
That's
scene?
5.
That's 5. Oh, sorry. Thoughts on how Gollum's split personality is displayed in the movie?
Weird. It's weird. I think him fighting with himself throughout all the movies has been really weird. But this movie, it was, I don't want to say disturbing to watch, but
in this scene, he's sitting with his face basically facing like a mirror, and you see like the intense interaction. And it's just, one, I would never have taken any cinematographer to think of doing it that way. But I thought it was really cool how they did that mirror.
yeah.
I mean, the Spider-Man movies came out before this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about Norman Osborn.
Yeah, it was done before.
It was also done well in both movies.
The Green Goblin looking into the mirror, talking to himself.
Gigantic freaking mirror.
Yeah.
Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Oh, wait, wrong movie.
Stop coming up with good comparisons.
No, actually, I kept coming up with good comparisons the whole time I was watching the movie.
She wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but we loves it. We hates it. We loves it. We hates it.
Rob, I'm gonna have to call an orderly for you because that was
I'm gonna need Rob to do this. Like I'm gonna hide that in the household and just mess with people. I like that.
Oh, you should have Rob
Also
show up
note
the target.
that Gollum doesn't have 2 personalities. He has 3.
Oh,
I'm gonna interject here for a second and tell you that Return of the King came out in 2003. Spider-Man came out in 2002. So they might have been done at 2 different times, but I don't think they knew about each other.
Huh.
Because
And
Return of the King would have had to wrap filming in about 2002.
yeah.
For all the editing it had to have done.
Jesus Christ! That
So,
Spider-Man movie's 20
anyway.
years old.
Gollum has basically 3 personalities, not just 2. Because whenever the precious is brought up, neither personality is in control. It is essentially the puppet that the ring has made of them. That's the 3rd personality.
Okay, well, okay.
Because
I can
as he
Never
was
thought
talking-
about it like that.
As he was talking, you see Smeagol looking at Smeagol's face, Gollum's face, and then when Gollum looks up, his eyes contract whenever he brings up the precious directly. And you can tell it's no longer Smeagol or Gollum talking. His face is completely slack.
I got nothing because I didn't notice. Like I noticed the difference. I didn't realize that was a 3rd personality. So I like that. That's actually. I like.
Damn
the
it,
fact that
Rob!
He's bouncing between 3 different personalities.
Stop making
Not
me think
that-
And
my
the
own
third
brain.
one's subtle enough that most people don't see it.
I saw it. I didn't consider it a 3rd personality though.
James, you got anything to add, or did Rob just blow everything out of the water?
He's making me want to go back now and rewatch again. I appreciate you for that.
No, that was 4.5 fucking hours that I
You were-
allotted.
There's a scene selection. You could use it. Oh
I-
wait, no, I was using the Return of the King special edition.
Mine's upstairs.
Yeah, fucking.
Mine's in the living room.
Mine's on YouTube.
If they had come over and watched it, we could have, done scene selection.
Yeah. Oops.
This one even has its index. The
That's a
first
whole
disc is
book on
30
itself.
I guess
The
I should do a
first-
shout out to Candar since I'm drinking from their mug.
That Will one.
Yeah, that Will won. I'm the one using it though.
Okay, off to question 5.
Hang on. This is the map for the menu select for the DVD. It takes 4 pages.
That's bullshit. It's bullshit.
There are 4 separate discs.
Hobo with a shotgun.
2 of them are for the extra stuff.
With a. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. With a.
Yeah, this is a darker Gandalf side story. He
Word.
just said fuck everything else and
I'm about the bippity boppity back to you, the Stone Age. Susie, question 5 before I keep going.
Pippin and the Orb. What are your thoughts about this scene?
Pippin pondering his orb.
He had his own. It's the precious moment.
I must
Uh-huh.
ponder my orb.
Well, it's been cold. Well,
Pondering
no, it's
the
not
orb.
been-
By the
Um,
way, Pippin just saved the world
Why? By just doing that?
by just doing that.
Well,
I
yeah,
just
because
thought
that
he
ended up
did.
telling Gandalf where they were gonna go attack.
No.
And okay, apparently not.
She's talking to the other dog.
Word.
I'm gonna come through this computer, Rob.
My dog
Okay.
was trying to eat my food.
I'm about to make you a
James,
bitch.
before we send it over to Rob and have his 30-minute talk about this one question, what are your thoughts on him playing with his orb or the orb? Gandalf's orb, Sauron's orb.
The Palantir.
I mean
Yes,
it was
'cause it
kind
actually
of
has a
really
fucking
correct
name.
with it. I mean that right there just set up everything. I mean, holy shit.
All
Just
right,
took
Susie, before we have Rob answer that, What do you think about Pippin playing with the orb?
4 words after I tell you that I'm probably going to agree with everything Rob's about to say, because Pippin really did just save all of
Nope,
Middle
not
Earth.
that one.
So 4 words. Full of a took. And
Oh, yeah. All right, Rob, you have not a lot of time to answer this question because we got to keep rolling.
All right.
Like
You
Limp Bizkit
fucking
rolling.
dumbass.
All right, cool. Question number 6,
once-
Susie.
Once more, we see the inherent once more the resistance to mental effects of hobbits. Sauron got nothing from him.
nope.
The Dark Lord of Middle Earth couldn't get a thought from a head, whether or not he had thoughts to begin with.
Hi,
Yeah,
it's Pippin.
Head
Probably
empty,
high as a
no
kite.
thoughts.
I know a couple of those kind of people.
All right.
Let's go high a kite.
Number 6.
So I realize the scene that comes after this kind of explains a lot, but the vision that Arwen sees, is that what she wants, or is it an actual vision, or does she see hope?
Rob, I'll let you start with here because I'm trying to remember the scene.
So the scene she's talking about is the one where she sees the child running through the forest into the arms of Aragorn, who is dressed regally and older. And this is actual vision because she's inherited the ability of foresight from her father.
Okay. Well, do we know at this point that she inherited foresight?
Nope. And we didn't even know that Elrond really had the power of foresight.
Damn it, Red Skull.
That was never directly explained until she said, "You have the power of foresight." The first time I heard that, I was like, fucking what?
Idiots say what?
Unless Elrond had the stone the whole time.
See, if Elrond was a wiser person, because he'd been blinded by love for his daughter, he would have realized that if he had followed the path where he loses Arwen and has a grandson, it would have meant inherently he had a grandson. It meant that they would have won. He was willing to sacrifice Middle Earth just to keep his daughter.
I mean, is that even being a good parent anymore? Or is that just being a smothering parent?
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
He'd already lost his wife, so he was trying to protect her. So it wasn't so much smothering as much as trying to protect her.
Grief is the most destructive form of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you stop?
Rusty!
Tomorrow.
Rusty. Hi, Rusty.
Can you not say you
Stop
did?
licking the
That's like-
keyboard.
One of the things I found out about Elrond is that Arwen had brothers, so he had sons. And one of the things I was reading, and again, I don't know how true any of this is, was saying that he had lost his sons also to humanity, and that he had lost his wife to orcs.
Orcs.
Yeah, I was just like, that's an interesting bit of Elrond history that I didn't know.
It's to the point where if you are a man, woman, or child, stay the fuck away from this man. He will have you killed by accident.
His sons aren't dead.
So,
His
Susie,
sons are married.
the 7th question is literally a scene in the movie that when it's happening, I don't know if you really know the significance of it. Right?
When I saw this in theaters, I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters. I saw it with my brother. Now, I watched
Brother.
Fellowship of the Ring, did not watch Two Towers, and I watched Return of the King. At the age I was when this came out, I knew the significance of that sword because I saw Elrond binding it together.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I thought Elrond was going to use it, not give it away.
But that's also why I brought up the fact that I had watched Fellowship of the Ring, because in the Fellowship of the Ring, they tell you that the sword that's broken into 3 pieces is the sword of the king. So, I mean,
That means I would have to pay attention. I'm an idiot. Got it. Cool.
but at the same time, if you've never seen any of the movies, or it's not fully explained in that until later on in the movie, but
It's also, it's been 3 weeks and 2 gigantic movies.
uh-huh.
Hold on.
There's been an amount of time between then and now.
It's been okay
The,
since
the,
those movies.
the 2 scenes where the sword was important, the breaking of it, and the using of the broken blade to cut off the ring. That was 2 scenes at the beginning of a movie and in the middle of another.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, in the middle of the same.
Hold on, since we're talking about the amounts of movie we've seen, holy crap. Can Rob, because you'll probably have it right in front of you with the book, what is the runtime accumulated from the first Hobbit movie to the end of Return of the King?
Passing out the gray man the stairs.
Wait, they have that in no. I mean like actual runtime, like the number.
Oh, the actual runtime?
Yes.
It has to be over 12 hours.
Jesus. But I'm pretty sure Susie's about to answer that in 3, 2, 1. Oh, damn it.
Almost close to like around 20 or so, right? Like in general.
The
I'm just really
theatrical
curious.
versions
No, but we don't want the
of
theatrical
Lord of the
versions.
Rings and the Hobbit trilogies have a total runtime of 558 minutes, which is 9 hours and 18 minutes, and 474 minutes, which is 7 hours and 54 minutes, respectively. So you're looking at approximately 17 hours to watch all 6 movies,
Jesus.
theatrical versions.
Seems like I had no life these last
The
6 weeks.
extended editions is 11 hours and 26 minutes and 8 hours and 52 minutes, respectively. So plan on spending about 20 hours of your life to watch it fully, back to back.
Ah,
Rob's showing us a thing.
This is the Return of the King.
Uh-huh.
Here's the book. And this is about the length of The Hobbit.
damn.
In terms of thickness, it might be it is much longer actually than The Hobbit.
Yeah, bro.
I have a statistic somewhere. Keep going, but
Okay, Susie, ask question 7. And then feel free to answer it too.
I did question 7 already.
I thought you did
Question 8.
Oh,
First
yeah.
thoughts on Minas Tirith. What are you doing behind me?
Yeet. James, your thoughts on question 8 while I recover?
Shit. I didn't even get my thoughts together on that. Random diversion bullshit. Go. Rob.
hi, what?
What it?
Technically, it's not our first time seeing Minas Tirith. We saw it in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship, when Gandalf first went to find records about the ring. This is the second time we've seen it.
Uh-huh.
But this is the first time we get to see Minas Tirith, not Tiras. Tirith.
I mean, the place
And
is absolutely gorgeous.
my first thought was, oh, that's gonna be hell to take. Because that is a 7-tiered city.
Looks like a gigantic cake.
You have to take no less than 6 fortified cities in and of themselves, each one with a checkpoint, each one seeing by another layer. And then you get to the final top, and that's where the actual castle is.
Yeah. Speaking of the
Sauron needed an army that big to take it. Like, you think, oh, that's a huge ass army. He needed that amount of people.
My brother got Minas Tirith as an ornament for Christmas. I didn't realize how, like, I realized how big it was in the movie, but like I didn't realize how like detailed I guess it was until I was looking at the ornament and I'm like, oh my god. Like, you needed a huge army to defeat this.
We have an army.
That's some skill.
Yeah, my thought.
It was first known as Minas Anor when it was first built. It became Minas Tirith later, as it became the seat of the Stewart.
Yeah, my thoughts on the whole thing. Oh, sorry, Rob. You cut out then for a second.
Did I? Oh. My connection must not be stable. I'm hearing guys flit out and out. But yeah, Minas Tirith itself is amazingly well defended, and also kind of not. Because they're using the wrong kind of siege defense weapon.
What do you think they should be using?
One, they should not be using random bits of rubble in their shot. They should have been using rounded shot so that they could roll and bounce, so that they could hit more units as it rolls. Otherwise, catapults on the lowest levels at least, because then you'd be able to get that shotgun of multiple things. And
yeah, because I think trebuchets you can only use like one thing at a time.
You can put multiple smaller stones into a trebuchet. You will have far less accuracy with them, because the trebuchet is meant to be very accurate compared to other siege engines up at the time. But on the lower levels, either catapults or ballista. Ballista would have been good if they had those, because then they could have pierced through the hides of the trolls more easily.
Mm-hmm. So, do we want to go over to question 9? Because I'm pretty much all on the same thing with Rob. I thought the place was absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoyed the layout of it, and you could see how difficult it would be to take it with a completely tiered system.
I could spend 3 hours just about talking about Minas Tirith itself.
Rob, I will go get a lightsaber and shove it straight up your butt.
He would like that though. It's a lightsaber.
Find a real one.
That scene from Drawn Together, fucking love.
No, Rob. No. Naughty corner. Go to the naughty corner.
No.
I'm gonna need a drink after that.
On that note, I'm moving along to the next question. Okay. Do you like the Regent? Do you think he is slowly going mad? And the answer to those questions is no, I hate the Regent. And yes, he is slowly going mad.
Denethor, son.
I hated him so much.
His name it's actually Steward, but my brain couldn't come up with the word Steward, and I don't know why my brain couldn't come up with the word Steward.
I hated him because first son dead. Okay, that sucks. Second son, you absolutely hated, almost dead. You go mad, and then you try to barbecue both of you and him.
Now remember that his son wasn't where I'm talking about. His son wasn't almost dead. His son came back alive.
Mm-hmm. But he pronounced him dead, and that's why he was gonna,
Yeah, But I
Whoosh,
was more
barbecue.
talking about our initial interaction with him, where we meet him with Pippin and Gandalf,
Yeah, you fool.
where you can see that he's starting to go slowly mad.
Well, yeah, once Pippin gives him his services, he was there to say he saved me.
Fool
How
of a
dare
duck!
he save you?
Fool of a duck!
Yep.
I'm gonna use
In-
that a
in the-
lot.
In the book,
That'd be
they
a drinking
explain
game.
why he goes mad.
Okay, give us a quick synopsis, Rob. And I emphasize the
They had a
keyword.
Palantir. He had a Palantir.
Okay.
There you
well,
go. That quick as I could put it. He had a Palantir.
Wow. Honey, Rob is quick to answer questions too. James, before I die,
Yo, like, fuck that guy.
Yes, you can't kill him yet.
But no, all in honesty, Rob nailed it. Susie nailed it. Just fuck that guy. Like, no, Mister, sing me a song.
I love the song.
Oh, you're a piano man.
I also love how the camera kind of after he said that, kind of like was just in on how he was sitting there eating, just
like it's
so
eating
viciously.
the
And
cherries as a jackass.
I was like,
Cherry tomatoes.
Like, was anyone else uncomfortable with that? Because I was very uncomfortable with that. Like,
Yes.
way to show me your guy is crazy. Just the way he's just tearing through his food. If I ever do that, just punch me in the back of the head a couple times.
Oh, I have gross.
All right. Why is my
How do
phone
you
keep blowing
feel-
up?
Huh?
My phone keeps blowing up.
I can't help that. How do you feel about all these flashbacks? Do you appreciate them, or do you think they are done too much?
I appreciate them for the exposition, but I wish there was more of, I mean, less than them, so we can get more of what we got.
Okay.
Because it helps explain the story like 100%. But I wish there were other ways that they could have done that instead of, hey, here's a quick flashback. There you go.
Yeah, it was done mostly for the benefit of people who have either not seen the other two movies, or for those who it's been a while since they saw the other two.
It's been a while.
I was just about to do.
Because there had been some time between movie releases.
Yeah.
And with the extended editions, a lot of the time you want to space them. Kind of like how we're doing one a week. And sometimes you need a reminder, but sometimes we're seeing the same flashback more than once.
Mm.
Like Isildur cutting the ring off. I think we saw that like 3 times. That was a bit unnecessary.
James, what are your thoughts on the extensive use of flashbacks?
Oh no, like you said, I value them and I appreciate them, but I do feel like they were just a lot.
All right, Mom, put the yearbook away. I don't remember all that.
Hey James, one word.
Yeah.
Bleach.
Hold on.
Counter
You're better.
argument. One Piece.
I was gonna say
No wait,
when
Naruto. Get that
I was
picture of that swinging one more time.
I was gonna say when I was messaging like Susie and AJ when I like after a week of coming back from Disney, I was obsessed with watching Bollywood shows. I still am, and it was every other couple moments with a flashback of the same scene again from a different angle, zooming in. Same energy.
Uncharted games. Okay, next question, because we are severely off topic and it's already 8:00. Susie, thoughts on the Green Castle?
What do you think about the Green Castle? I didn't know the name of the Green Castle. Forgive me, Rob.
Minas Morgul,
Thank you.
Who's there?
That's
the Witch King of Angmar.
yeah.
We're back. Somebody answer the question. Rob, start. You'll give me more time.
All right, so you notice immediately, orcs did not build that place. That was a Gondor's built fortification meant to watch Mordor from the, I believe, south, just to keep an eye on the place. It was taken by the Witch King and converted into a Mordor's garrison.
I'm gonna end up combining basically 3 questions.
Cool.
Because one of the things that I love about the castle is the fact it's green, is the effects. Because you see the Witch King of Angmar come out, you see Frodo's having trouble breathing, he's struggling real hard, he's being called into the castle because
Is
of
that
the
where
wound,
he like falls
which was
down for
made-
the first time and can't breathe and all that stuff, just like he did on top of Mount Doom?
Weathertop. I do believe.
I'm trying to think of where AJ's talking about.
I thought Frodo was like keeling over right in front of this castle.
Yeah, he was, because the wound that was made by the Witch King of Angmar. So the wound was basically a heart, and the ring was calling to the Witch King. So he's trying to go forward while also collapsing.
I mean, the aesthetic of that castle is very eerie, because I just Googled it. It was creepy as shit, like that dark ass, like the dark, like with the green tit on the outside. It reminds me of like the ghosts we saw later on in the movie. Like, hey, they should live there.
It's the reason why. That's necromantic energy.
Oh, well, good job,
He was
AJ.
using he was using the magic of people he had killed to infuse the stones.
Oh, well, I put 2 and 2 together without being an idiot. I mean, with being an idiot.
Yeah, so all that energy that was being shot up was reinforcing the shadow of Mordor. Great game, by the way.
Right. Yeah, I just downloaded it again.
That sounds so nice and
Yeah,
housework.
those clouds are the titular shadow of Mordor. It's just a fucking weather phenomenon.
The weather phenomenon that's going on over AJ's nose right now. Now his head. But the other thing that I want to bring to everybody's attention is right by this castle is the stairs.
Oh, I know it leads to the stairs now, and I don't want them going up to the stairs. No.
First of all, you will never catch me climbing those stairs because I will die.
No.
That's like
I will
difficulty
be
mode
good.
Asian.
I will die. I will like somehow injure myself to the point of no return.
You fail on flat ground. I can't imagine.
Exactly.
I can't imagine you on vertical terrain.
Like,
Is that
no,
motherfucker went-
I'm good. Thank you. I will pass.
I worry enough about you on a stepladder. She's banned from using a stepladder with no one in the house.
I've always been banned from never using a stepladder with no one in the house.
See, she says it. It is true. That is not a thing you just made up. Someone
is
has to
absolutely
be
true.
there.
It is absolutely true. But the thing is, my dad put that in place. Nobody else did.
Oh, we just enforce
I will enforce it.
And my dad put that in place because of stupid things he's done on the stepladder, not me.
I've seen stupid things you've done on stepladders. You put a flimsy ass board in between 2 and stood on top of it.
Continuing on.
That was my father.
I don't walk upstairs unless I absolutely have to, and those are nope stairs, so I am not walking up those stairs. Sorry, somebody else is taking this ring to get, thrown into Mount Doom's lava pit. Here you go, Sam. Fuck you.
Those are stairs you need a base camp to climb.
James, tell us why you're not athletic and won't climb those.
Oh, I'll climb that. Shit, that's like final boss level like stuff right there. That's where you get the theme song playing as you're going up the stairs.
Yeah, I didn't hear Eye of the Tiger. Susie, just use your left hand, just swing, and you'll backhand them right across the face. Now you don't even have to swing, just
I'll sit on your pillow.
The dog's
And
like,
here's
I'll
the
help.
dog to confirm that.
And so I was gonna ride in your seat all the way down to Maryland.
I would not climb those stairs.
I will.
Hell no.
Okay.
I get vertigo looking down from 5 feet up.
You get vertigo looking at a tree about to fall down on top of us. But Susie, question number 13. Lucky number, question 13.
Would you want to take part in the greatest battle of all time?
Wrong.
Yes.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Frodo never really heals.
Yeah, well, I talked about that with the castle thing, so I skipped over that section.
Right. Shit.
Oh, well, then we're on Gandalf and the Pippin.
Yeah, we are, but he said 13, and that was the only part of 13 that hadn't been asked or talked
13,
about.
13 Dead End Drive.
I would not want to be the Battle of Pelennor. Hell no.
No. I will pass. I will take a hard pass. I will skip go and not take my $200 and just, zip right past it.
In the words
I
of the
would,
line-
however, if I was one of those guys standing in front of the fucking tree. Or directing the siege artillery.
I have COVID. I cannot help you. It's very
You got to give me a sword, I will stab myself with it, damn it.
Fine, you be cannon fodder. What do you mean by cannon fodder? We are going to shove you in a cannon and pull the trigger. Not what I meant.
I'm gonna move to 14.
Bring them with your brain.
Huh?
Bring them with your brain.
Oh. What do you think of Gandalf's decision to have Pippin scale the tower and light the fire?
Haha, fuck you. You are going to be in this fight.
Haha, fuck you. We're going to bring you aid.
Well, the
You're too stupid to
1980s
ask
was
for
almost
yourself.
40 years ago. So yeah, 8 is about right.
Wait, what did you just say?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
I think you
Gandalf. Gandalf's thing was genius. Yeah, let's just keep going. Loved it. Using the stealth of a hobbit.
Need a bugler.
You got
So
it.
the notes I have is that this fire calls allies to Gondor's aid. Which we all know freaking how huge this army is that's coming for Gondor. Like, what? Steward madness. Just they go hand in hand at this point.
We have an army. We have dead people.
I have Mulan.
Which question was that?
I told you I have notes.
Oh.
You left me alone, okay?
Oh shit.
So we see Pippin go up and light the big bale of wood.
Yes.
Is it reminiscent of Mulan's, the animated opening scene?
The opening scene in Mulan?
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's the Huns that do it, but still.
Oh. I mean, I could see it now. God damn it, Susie. How many people do you need to send a message? Only one.
I mean, this is a classic battle tactic because you don't have the ability to send messages very quickly. Messenger vision is an easy way to do it. Beacons that lit are used all the time in combat.
It's a common method. It's just I'm watching it, and the only thing that came to mind is the Great Wall of China in Mulan, and watching all the things light. And I don't know why that's the only one that came to mind, but that was the first one that came to mind, and I was like,
No, you want to know what freaking comes to mind? Oh, you don't have a fire lit? Just stick me outside. Point me towards the sun. We'll get everybody here. It'd be like one of those lights outside of like a sports arena.
I think also the other thing that made me think of Mulan is the fact that Pippin scales the tower to get to it and lights it, and Shan Yu had scaled the wall to light it.
You did it.
There was just a lot of comparisons there, and I was like, ooh, that'd be good for people to, make a good comparison for those that haven't seen the movie. They could at least picture Mulan in their heads. Maybe they've seen Mulan.
AJ, better. Adam West Batman.
Some days you can't get rid of a bomb.
What do you think of Aragorn's reaction to the call?
Son of a bitch, they actually did it.
Well, he knew that they were going to do it. He just wasn't sure when.
I thought the whole thing was they were going to try. It's Gandalf. What the fuck am I talking about? It was
I was
going
gonna say,
to
this
happen.
is Gandalf. Of course they're gonna fucking do it. Gandalf would probably storm the whole thing and light it if Pippin couldn't do it.
Exo Fire Oath.
Yeah, but the other thing was Theoden's reaction. Then Rohan will answer.
Theoden.
Fuck off.
I know where he lives, and there's plenty of wood. We can burn him. Oh,
I already
wait.
got burned. I lost some hair.
Oh, it doesn't look like you lost that much.
Jesus, you poor soul.
Wow. Okay.
Could afford to lose a little bit more, Rob.
Rob, I will need your help with this question because no. What do you think of the fight at?
Osgiliath.
Thank you.
Which fight was that?
That's the one
With the river barges.
that's the one with the river barges. Where Theramir gets dragged away by his horse.
Oh, where they got
Wait, that's
sent
the
to
one where he gets
die.
dragged by his horse?
No, that comes after. This is
That one's-
Osgiliath first falling.
Oh, okay. Theramir orders a retreat, and they all run and flee back to Minas Tirith.
Oh, and then Father Jackass would be like, "You go back out there and go kill the spare."
It ain't the spare when the main thing's gone already.
Well, don't want that one either. So yes, spare.
Faramir's tactics here were a bit questionable. I don't think he should have allowed them to land. I think he should have fought a fighting retreat instead of letting his forces intermix
Mhm.
Yes.
for a sneak attack. This is very much his ranger slash wayfinder way of fighting, guerrilla style warfare shining through. He wants to ambush them. And that's not how you were supposed to fight that way. You were supposed to use the cover that you had to form fighting lines and bottleneck them.
All right, Mr. Art of War. Waiting for a snappy comeback after that one.
Well, he did allow his men to enter what was called the field of death, where they had no choice but to fight or die. So that was a good tactic.
Wouldn't you
in a
call that a
way.
kill zone?
I cut out there for a second. What'd you say?
Wouldn't you call that a kill zone?
The field of death, kill zone,
Yeet.
same thing. But it basically puts yourself into a fight or flight mode, and you realize you can't flight, you have to fight, so you fight twice as hard. Your body would lose its limits, and it would start just going all out. Meaning you would take out more things with you than you would normally. But it still would have been better just to hold the line rather than let the line break, because it was a river crossing.
Mhm.
They didn't have any trolls. No heavy support.
Okay. Well, you really think into this.
Yeah, and also because they were completely open, the archers would have had free reign on the ones in the back that couldn't get through.
Haha, fuck you. Fuck you.
All the orcs in the
you.
boats would have been sitting ducks. Just like in the landings in Normandy.
I'm going to love this next question. Because I would feel the exact same way if I saw somebody had crumbs on their jacket and that was all our only food left. push him straight down the fucking cliff.
You skipped a question.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You
We didn't
did.
technically talk about Gandalf, Faramir, and his father.
I thought we did. Okay.
No.
I'm sorry.
Thoughts on the interaction between Gandalf and Faramir, and then between Faramir and his father.
Gandalf is trying to give Faramir the strength to stand up to his father, and then
Well-
Faramir goes and does it, and then gets literally shot down
See,
very hard.
Gandalf was trying to find out what happened with Frodo and Sam. He's like, you've seen a halfling before. And Faramir
Just by
told him
looking at
everything.
his face.
Just by looking at his face, he knew he had seen a halfling before and got as much information as he could about Frodo and Sam. So he knew Frodo and Sam had already passed on to Mordor.
Through perhaps the worst route possible in his mind.
Yeah. So I don't feel like it's so much that he gave Faramir the strength to stand up to his father. It was more Faramir had finally realized that there was a greater thing at stake
Steak.
and stood behind his decision to let Frodo and Sam go. Especially since Gandalf was supporting it.
Well, when he's got a shotgun, Jesus, listen to anybody.
I'm a Gandalf with a shotgun.
You have
Why
my
does that sound like the
support.
beginning of a rap?
You have my shotting. I love the line, should I return, please think better of me. That would entirely depend upon your manner of return. Just the
Just to
the
kick a guy in the
damn
dick
of
is
that line.
just to kick a guy in the dick while he already feels like shit.
Yeah.
Right after, like right before he had just said, confirming you would wish it was it was me instead of Boromir, wouldn't you? Yes. Oh. Like fucking hell, man.
That's cold.
Faramir deserved none of this.
Makes me think that if you just wanted one son, only have one son.
Royalty needs to.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Not really royalty.
Like you said, the spare. That is a thing in royalty. Having a
Susie.
spare.
AJ.
Susie, we are recording a show. Quit with the fucking memes.
Never.
Smeagol
Well,
seems to be working on turning Frodo against Sam.
At
Did
least
you think
somebody's
it was
trying
going
keep
to
us
work? What do you think Sam is going to do?
happy. Shit. Oh, there we go.
Belongs in the toilet.
Dun, 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 dun.
That.
Honestly, at this point, Sam should have just taken his dagger out and killed Smeagol.
Thank you. Absolutely, thank you.
Or just given a nice swift kick off the edge.
Yeah.
That would have done it. That would have worked for me too. Like,
So funny story.
Oh,
We were watching
no.
this movie, and I was just scrolling through Facebook, and literally this scene is when you see the Joker upside down, and all you need is a little push. And I'm like, yes.
It
Do
would have been
it.
a little more supportive. AJ, so what I'm hearing is if he would have got Gwen Stacy, it would have.
Andrew Garfield would have been like, yon yon.
Do not ship Andrew Garfield and Gollum.
Might
Sorry,
actually
Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, and Gollum.
he might catch him.
Hold on. We need Andy Serkis as Spider-Man now.
oh God. This just turned dangerous.
No. As Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So that scratching his arm. It's the process. I'm in
I
danger.
never know I needed this. Like now I need this.
So on to 19.
Yep,
Or
let's
does
get to
anyone else have
19.
any-
19.
Let's just get to 19, please.
What do you think of the scene of Theramir leaving? And the reason I ask this question is because in this scene, and it's an old-time tradition, that women would throw flowers in front of the horses as the people were leaving. It was like a symbol of good luck. Like, you're gonna return, there was more to it than that, but a lot of it was,
I think they knew they weren't
it's a
returning.
farewell thing.
They
Huh?
all knew they weren't returning.
They weren't coming back alive. And that's another thing. Gandalf comes running up. You don't need to do.
Okay.
I would intentionally wait for you to start talking, and then I saw them. I was in the middle of setting them when we decided to go to the next question.
You. All right, Rob, go. I just lost my train of.
So yeah, they all knew they were absolutely going to die. Like, absolutely, because even the civilians had a look of forlorn sadness to them. And you know it's bad when the civilians figure you're not coming back, especially in those times. Because essentially what happened, it was a 2-rank deep cavalry charge at a fortified position. That nothing's going to happen there other than a few more dead people.
Which Theramir tried to convince his father was a foolish endeavor. And his father wouldn't listen.
If he
AJ,
wanted
if
to
you are plotting my death, ask Rob, because Rob could do it much more effectively than you can.
if he was going to retake Osgiliath, he would have needed a lot more than just the garrison that had left Osgiliath. I'd have called upon the extra rangers that were in Tor Anleth, the place that was to the north of Osgiliath that was watching the northern approach. At least that would have been another 300 men. At least you could do something with that. Maybe get a foothold into the city and be a nuisance.
Yeah.
A cavalry charge with a line of heavy cavalry, heavily armored men in the front, but having lesser armored horses does nothing. You've just wasted a lot of armor.
I
And
do
figure-
like that they found stuff for Pippin to wear, and it was Faramir's old gear.
Although I wouldn't worry, we're about to see some of those men again.
Yes, we are. Oh. First thoughts on the mountain and how Aragorn reacted to it. Now, to be clear, the mountain I am talking about is the dark, creepy one.
The Dimholt Road.
Yes.
You actually see the king of the dead in that scene.
Oh, right in between the crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a you do everything you are in town in a video game, and it's like, here's your next level. Go this way. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stay in here and never play this game again. Bye.
Yeah.
No. Anybody? No. Rob, what are your thoughts? Okay.
I thought that was a very strange mustering point. Why the hell did you have your leadership on the top of a mountain whose one road was so precarious? You do not want a horse bucking you while you're going up that thing.
Uh-huh.
And two, a mountain noted to be cursed with ghosts.
I never said they were right.
They're as smart as their damn horses at that point.
Yeah.
I get that the king needs to oversee the mustering point, but like have a fucking staging tower or something. Not go 500 feet up a mountain trail that's horribly made.
So don't tell me how to climb a mountain.
Well, speaking of climbing a mountain, Elrond has a conversation with Aragorn, which we do actually get to see Elrond come up the mountain. with the thought on the idea of more men in the mountain, what are your thoughts on his suggestion, and how did you like that sword?
I think it was hot. That was sexy. Oh, what does he say from the A team?
I love it when a plan comes together.
I pity the fool.
I'm pretty the fool. Wait, hold on.
What Rob
I
said.
feel really bad for our audio listeners right now because that was perfect. That was absolutely freaking
Which
perfect.
go check us out on the YouTube under the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, and you'll be able to see all my facial expressions in their glory.
And me rocking on my rocking chair. Whee!
Yes, if you have epilepsy, do not stare at Rob.
James, you have to do the fool thing right. Ready? Are you ready? Fool.
Little lower. Little lower.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fool.
Little lower. That was
No,
up more.
You're being.
Oh.
Ow.
There you go.
Fool.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it when a plan comes together because, fuck, we're way off topic.
I need you to leave with your Gulliver comments.
Scotty Bud.
But
Honestly, it was a great idea. I thought the first time I saw this movie, I thought, oh hey, there are traitors in the mountains. That must mean there's just like this huge clan of soldiers just waiting to be called upon.
mhm.
Did not know that they were dead people at the time. The second I saw the ghost, I was just like, oh, they're dead. Nope.
It's like me the first time I went on Haunted Mansion. Oh, there's 99 what? Nope, sorry, goodbye.
This is not a question for anybody. This is a simple statement because
Fucking Harry
why
Potter.
is it
reference
always
here,
you three?
bitch.
Why is it always you three? It is always Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn. Why?
And your next question, no.
Yeah, wish you could through the door. Let's go.
I would literally have Gimli's reaction.
I'd be the tiny hobbit pushing him from behind. Let's go.
And you'll hear the Cleveland Brown now.
The only way I'm going in there is with a flamethrower.
Yeah, but they're
Ooh, that'd be
ghosts.
Well, we're gonna find out whether or not a ghost is flammable.
So, Rob,
No.
what I'm hearing is you're dead on convinced you're gonna light a ghost on fire.
Are you just gaslighting me right now?
That's exactly what he's doing right now. That is exactly what he's doing.
I would
Damn
need
it,
a
bro.
proton
You can-
pack.
Damn, Rob, you can see right through me.
Oh God. I'm
James?
leaving.
James?
Are you gonna ghost us?
No, I'm gonna ask, does blowing on the ghost actually work? I mean, I understand hearsay
Wait,
says
what?
Rob's trying to get good at
Oh
it.
God,
But
I read
does
that question
blowing on
wrong.
the ghost actually work?
I read that question wrong.
What did you think it said?
Does blowing the ghosts actually work?
Which Lord of the Rings were you watching?
The one with dildos wagons?
Welcome to Nerds After Dark. You're not sure what's gonna come out of our mouths at this point.
Well, at this point, somebody answer the question because I need a freaking drink, which it is alcoholic.
Give me like one of those hand fans that's the like electric hand fans.
Ask the question is because I'm watching Gimli go like, what are you doing? Blowing out a birthday cake? Like what? That's not gonna work. It's a freaking ghost. It's gonna rematerialize.
Well, he had to blow them, otherwise he wouldn't give him a hand job.
And Rob, then you'd have to get good at it.
Like sucking, not blowing. I do neither.
So it's not a tomb, but I couldn't think of what it was actually called. What are your thoughts on the tomb scene?
That's a lot of dead people.
Catacomb.
Catacombs, yes.
That's a that's a
So
lot of dead people.
as I'm watching this scene, those are an awful lot of skulls. Is that a castle built into the underneath of the mountain? Talk about those visual effects. Like those visual effects are ooh. And then so many skulls, because seriously, it was like a landslide of skulls. And I was just like, that's a lot of skulls.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Splash Mountain or Skull Mountain?
Spider skull mountain.
No.
I think I'll take Splash Mountain. Thank you. Skull Mountain.
Splash Mountain for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah.
I love the shock on most of what is left of his face when the sword catches.
Yeah.
I
Like that. That was.
I like the.
That effectively just shot me up. Okay. AJ, you were saying?
I don't know. A will popped on screen.
Oh, okay. Because I was referring to the fact that it was really cool to hear the sword catch on the sword.
Oh yeah. Did the look on the ghost's face when the sword caught was like, the fuck is this shit? What kind of bullshit is this?
Literally, none.
Wait, you did that and somebody didn't say anything back there.
Oh, my little boy
Wasn't
shit
paying
to do.
attention.
He's not paying attention, but he's making a weird noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next question.
At a night, so it's fine.
I told my wife to suck my nut.
Wait, you have one? I gotta hear about what happened to the second one, but not on camera. Is the other one delegated for the dog?
It left because it was feeling so neglected.
Oh, my puppy right here. I give him love.
He used it as a D20 now.
Oh God.
So,
Next question.
Dog and everybody's talking about Will's nuts.
how would you feel about having your fallen comrades?
Oh God, okay.
How would you feel about having your fallen comrades' heads thrown at you?
Thank you, Rob. I'm just
Yeah, I
gonna-
told
my
you we'd
God.
see him again.
I would have used the sword and home run. Home run.
I think that I would have been shocked enough that I probably wouldn't have swung my sword at them. And
Dad?
probably would have been a little
Grandpa?
freaked out.
Grandma?
But then again, I'm also that person that would have loaded the heads back into the thing and shot them back at the enemy.
Yes, because I picture
Cannon
Susie as
fodder.
Michael Keaton's Jack Frost with the snowballs.
It's cannon fodder. I understand that it's disrespectful and all that, but like cannon fodder.
Well, they're already being thrown at you, so the disrespect is on them, not you.
Exactly. They've already been disrespected. Me disrespecting them isn't going to do anything.
Respect
They're
my
just helping
forte.
you. Your friends are just helping you in battle one more time. That's it. I mean, you're just using them as the ammo. I mean, shit.
Uh-huh.
It's like
You're just
Pokemon.
getting ahead of
Go,
battle.
Grandpa.
Yeah, this is a classic demoralization tactic. I think it was taken from like the siege of Constantinople and stuff. Classic.
God.
In classic warfare, it's more that they would throw the bodies of the dead that had been fermenting, so that it was a form of medieval biological warfare. Just the heads is a way to demoralize your enemy, to soften them up for a direct attack, and it had worked right until Gandalf rallied them.
Yep.
Hey, Mom, you know how you were looking for James? He's not making it back for dinner.
He kind of got ahead of himself.
Speaking of Gandalf, actually, thoughts on Gandalf knocking the steward out and taking control?
Let me fuck yourself up for a bit. Okay. I got control of this.
No, Captain Phillips. Look at me. Look at me. I am captain now.
See,
sure
Dumbledore, this
you
is how
sure
you
took-
handle a situation.
He sure took control of the staff.
Now up and down and up and down and up and down.
But Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. Now,
And that
Dumbledore,
was a Will
this is how you
instructional
handle a
ASMR.
situation.
What?
Dumbledore. At least this is how you would handle a good situation.
Yeah.
Take control.
By the way, for the record, this is what a siege battle should look like. Your guys inside the garrison fighting the shit that's outside of the garrison. Game of Thrones.
We never said Game of Thrones was smart.
Oh, damn!
Continuing on.
Hey, at least Game of Thrones showed boobies.
Because that's how we judge shows, by whether they show tits or not.
So I have a couple of things because they're all pertaining to the battle. But so we have the bowling effect, the Trojan horse effect, and then can we just talk about those wizard fighting skills where him and Pippin like fight off like a couple of the orcs at the same time?
Well, Gandalf had a gigantic staff, so he was like Darth Mauling them just with a staff and not a lightsaber.
Also, I have a question. What the hell is the Trojan horse effect thing you're talking about here?
So
the
you know
big
how
tower
the,
thing
the,
that had
the
the people on
trolls were pushing the thing over and they had the men hiding in the top?
The siege towers. They're not Trojan
Yes.
horses.
I know they're not horses, so I called it it's a Trojan horse effect because my
Trojan horse is what you get on the
crap,
computer.
you
when
weren't
watch too much
overwatching this
bad
with me,
stuff.
Stu. I didn't have all the technical stuff. I'm sorry.
All right, well, here's a bit of the technical stuff. They're called siege towers, and they're designed to allow essentially your troops to. It's like basically a house on wheels that you could just sort of walk up and onto the walls.
I'm gonna continue with my Trojan horse effect.
Speaking of those gigantic Trojan horse / siege towers, when those things imploded, I laughed at every moment I heard a Wilhelm scream.
Right?
And then
As
for
you
some
should.
and for some reason I always thought of Rob. Okay, that just turned into Goofy.
That was the point.
Oh well.
I'm gonna
Fuck you,
split it
Cal.
when we're done.
I thought all the goofy sound effects were very misplaced. I did not like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't listening for the goofy sound effects. I just kept laughing because it kept going, hey, look, bowling pins, bye-bye. Hey, look, bowling pins, bye-bye. I was left alone to my own devices for way too long.
That's
And
That's
and very
unfortunately
good
true.
use of the Nazgul.
Yes, it is.
The Nazgul should have been focusing more on the siege towers, but as it was, they did their job. The ones that were focusing on troops from the second level really shouldn't have bothered. They should have been only focusing on the first level and maybe the top level.
Yeah.
But as it was, they got a few siege engines and they managed to demoralize the men some more by taking bodies from the top and just dropping them down on others.
Okay, Rob, you're gonna have to help me with this one because I thought they
Ron.
called it a wolf's head.
It's a wolf's head.
It is wolf's head. Okay. When they said wolf's head, was what you saw what you were thinking? Because it wasn't what I was thinking when they said it. I was just thinking, they call the big battering ram a wolf's head. No, it's legitimately a wolf's head.
that breathes fire.
Yeah, they had a giant furnace in it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I always forget that it's called wolf's head until I watch the movie, and I'm like, it's just...
Yeah, fucker McFuckinson. Holy shit.
Okay. So now we're going to the riverfront. And we are going to the Ghost Army with Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli.
And page 2 of the questions.
And page 2 of the questions. We're getting there.
Yay.
So I love the visuals with the Ghost Army. I also love how Aragorn was like, prepare to be boarded because we're coming. We're going to take those boats. Those boats are ours. And the Raiders were like, they don't believe you. I think they believe him now. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Fun fact, the director was also in this scene as well.
Was he really?
Yep.
Peter Jackson?
Yeah, Peter Jackson. I think he was the bosun.
Peter.
I didn't know he was in the movie. Now I'm gonna go rewatch.
Oh wait, he was the fat guy walking across the because he is a large guy.
Me.
Oh my god, yeah, he is. Oh, okay. I can see that. That I can see. But I love the way that they do the Ghost Army throughout this whole movie. Like the visuals are just, they took the time on the visuals.
Who was I talking to about my favorite scene with that? You and what army? This army. As they just run right through the three of them, and they're just charge. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh god.
And the looks on the orc's face.
They weren't. Oh yeah, those orcs.
Yeah,
'Cause,
but the Raiders
one of
weren't
the
orcs, they were humans.
Yeah, their technical title is the Black Numenorians.
I just keep calling them Raiders.
Yeah,
They look Tuscan.
they're called Corsairs, which is effectively they're just pirates.
Of the
Raiders,
Caribbean.
pirates.
Hey, maybe that's where Orlando Bloom got the idea.
Technically, pirates for hire.
Sorry, I'm kind of killing James over there.
I'm enjoying it.
Smeagol has led Frodo into a trap. Who is going to save him now?
Who else but Sam?
You okay over there, AJ? Because you just had like a stroke moment.
I think. I don't know.
Because I put in here, Sam went tumbling down the hill and found the bread. What's he going to do now? And then the struggle between Frodo and Gollum. The precious made us do it. That should have been my hint that there was 3 personalities. And the minute they said the precious made us do it.
Yep, there's your other thing.
Speaking of the trap for Frodo,
yeah.
I understand why Susie said she was putting it down and not.
Did you
There's a table there. There's a table there.
Hey, baby.
You just.
Hello. I want to look.
Oh,
What'd you do that for?
Good boy. Mwah.
Canada.
Would you like to finish your thought now?
Yeah. Susie puts before we get to this scene. Susie's like, I will be away for a couple minutes. I will come back when the scene I do not like is over. She did not announce her presence on coming back. So I was like, is this it? Is this it? That's a big fucking spider.
It wasn't until after the spider that I announced my presence.
You what now? Where? What? Huh?
I announced my presence after the spider. I scared the crap out of you.
You did. You very much.
I have one scene in this whole movie that I hate. And it's not because it's not a good scene. It's literally because it's a spider.
Misa no like spiders.
I don't like this spider. I would rather go and hang out with Aragog in the freaking Forbidden Forest than deal with this monstrosity.
No, I wouldn't hang out with either of them.
No, but
unless
if
I had a flamethrower.
If I had to choose between them, I would choose Aragog.
I would just choose death.
I would choose Shelob because there's only one of her.
I did not know that, but yes.
Go get
Anyway,
a flamethrower.
Anyway, in this movie, there's only one of her. There's only Shelob in that place. In the books, there is Shelob and her brood.
No.
I'll pass. That's a hard no.
No.
Hard no.
Hey, how about
And
that
in the
stinger,
games,
right?
you have to fight them.
Hard no.
Like Shadow of Mordor games? Like Shadow?
No. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, the video game.
Because I just re-downloaded Shadow of Mordor, and if you said there's a gigantic spider in that game that you have to fight, it was uninstalling in about maybe 10 minutes.
I would have loved if there were goblin spider riders in that game.
Oh God, Rob, you excited my middle finger.
So I have a not very important question, but it intrigued me. So does Gandalf go everywhere on his horse?
Not his horse. For the record, that's Theoden's horse. He stole it.
Okay.
That's a
Point,
hose.
though.
That's a nice hose.
Point though.
He does need to be on it all the time
Yeah,
for the
look at his
battle
age.
Minas Tirith, because he needs to move around really quick, assessing front lines and stuff.
No,
and
I
that-
understood
that-
the necessity of it. It was just like, I swear every scene for a while that you see him in, he's on a horse.
Yeah, he needs to be on Shadowfax often.
Okay, we already talked about the spider. Did you think that Frodo was dead?
No, because credit scene.
Because credit scene?
Main character dead. Up, last checkpoint. No.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime in here? Did you think Frodo was dead?
No, because I felt like the plot didn't need him to die just yet.
Oh,
When I had
there's a
first-
point.
When I had first read the book, I thought he was dead. Because in the book, people are dying left, right, and center at that point.
When I first watched the movie, I thought he was dead. This time around, I knew better, but like, I literally legitimately thought he was dead the first time.
In the book, they were introducing people with names and then killing them like 3 pages later. And I'm like, is Frodo actually dead? I don't know. Anything's true.
Okay, the steward is so lost in his mind that he's about to burn Theramir alive. Why didn't the other people check to make sure that Theramir was actually dead, or if he was alive, like Pippin said?
Because that is your king, and you do whatever the fuck he says, no matter what.
But he's not king.
Well, you know what I mean.
He is at the moment. It's the closest thing to an authority figure they have.
Respect my
That's
authority.
true, but they like.
They cannot go against his orders. It is almost physically impossible.
If you want to burn me and my son, you burn me and my son.
Yeah, but the problem I had with it is that he never actually gave an order for them to not check. They just assumed. He took
'Cause-
one look and assumed he was dead
He was already
and
into
started
the
having
madness.
a bitch fit about it.
He was about 5 seconds
he's
away from turning
crazy.
into Mark Hamill's Joker.
He's crazy, and the other people around him are like, okay, he's crazy. We're just going to do what he says. This is what he's been like for the past few years.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I like what Pippin does.
And goes and gets Gandalf.
Yeah, he goes and gets Gandalf.
Gandalf.
So I want you to picture that camera angle when we see the might of Rohan. What were your initial thoughts when you saw that come onto the screen?
Goosebumps. Just the theme of the Rohirrim as they were roaring out. Just
It was so beautiful. Like I have no words for how pretty it was.
Imagine if he got the number of men he wanted.
Oh my god, that would have been.
There would be twice as many horsemen there.
Yeah.
It would have made stomping the orcs out a lot better.
I would note on that charge, they had the momentum to break the lines.
No shit,
It-
Sherlock.
They did have enough momentum to go all the way through and sweep the battlefield.
I looked like they honestly did.
They had gotten about halfway to 3/4 of the way to the other side. And I mean just sweeping across the battlefield, because as you notice, they flanked them. They were on the orcs' right flank going in. And that's why he ordered his right flank to sweep into the city, because he could. That's where his troops were. I had one problem with this fight. One big problem. I didn't see any Easterlings.
I'm lost. I'm sorry.
The
Good TV
guys
show.
with the veils on their faces.
Oh, okay.
Right.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
So when Frodo had first fallen down the hill in front of the Black Gate, he and Sam were like stuck in the wings, and he put the cloak over him, and he looked like a rock. The guys marching in were Easterlings. Do you not remember that from the second movie?
I remember
I-
that part from the second
Yeah.
movie. I'm just trying to figure out what about the third movie.
I didn't see any of those guys in the fight. I saw the
Yeah.
elephant riders, but I didn't see any of the Easterlings infantry.
Well, maybe they didn't see the fire.
No, they were against Rohan. They were against Gondor.
Yeah, and they weren't there at the fight, any of the fights.
Well, maybe they took their
You
ball and
only
went home.
see them in that march into the Black Gate in the second movie. You don't see them anywhere else.
That's an excellent question. I have no idea. I didn't
There
even
is
think about it.
there's an entire force of troops that are not
Need
accounted
to
for.
drink more.
Because unless those guys were all on the howdahs of the Oliphants, which I doubt supremely, because they were all spear users. They
AJ,
would have
you
been
didn't drink that much.
they would have been perfect counters for Rohan. I'm thinking, where are the Easterlings? Where are they?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I wasn't paying attention to which ones were there.
Yeah, because I was paying attention to all the factions. I'm like, this is going to be a great battle. Where are the cool Eastern dudes?
Probably coming in from the east. They just never made it. The party was already over.
Cool Eastern dudes did not accept invite.
So next question.
Well, we kind of stomped all over my next question. The thoughts on Theoden's speech before the Battle of Man.
It reminded me of a lot from Braveheart.
They
I
can
can
take our
see that.
but they
I
can't take
am.
freedom.
Pretty much. I liked it. I liked Theoden's character a lot in this movie, because while he was a little shaky of a king and a little full of himself in the second movie, he is, we going to fuck some shit up. Kill. And that speech, when he's on the horse clanking his swords all over everybody else's spears, very not moving but motivational. Even just watching the movie, like, I was ready to go fight some fucking people,
Yeah.
which I still might. It's undecided.
You can go
Piece
to
of candy.
Ukraine.
No, not where I was going.
Thoughts on the giant elephants.
Oliphants.
My opinion on the giant elephants in a question.
Yeah, we're putting in work too. Like, Jesus, that's terrifying.
Those giant elephants, I feel bad for all those people that found one of the feet of the elephant. Oh, look, your brother is a pancake.
Those are just that.
And one scene where it took a step and it just hit the horse's head. The horse just went.
Curb
Yeah.
I
stomp.
was just like, oh.
Curb stomp.
Literally.
My whole being hurt with
The,
watching them get trampled by the elephants.
no, see, you're the size of a mouse that scared them.
Let's try this theory. Let's go.
No, because they'll
So-
either step on one of us or step on you. I do not like my odds.
I'll just climb up the trunk. It's fine.
You are not Legolas.
I especially love the elephant with the string of barbed wire across its tusks.
Yeah.
Just playing the let's mow Rohan.
Let's play the game. Mo Rohan.
Speaking of Legolas,
Dun, dun,
though,
dun,
can we
dun,
talk about
dun.
how Legolas took down one of these things?
Let's just talk about how he got off of it.
He like
33,
monkey climbed
34.
up the monkey climbed up this, took out all the people, walked the saddle down the side, and then slid down the trunk.
33, 34. That still counts as one person.
Yeah, that still counts as one person because the competition is still on. Swear to God, that's how the two of them become friends. Rob, you would probably tell this better than I will, because the only quote I have in here for this particular scene is "No man can kill me. I am no man."
Where the fuck is that in your questions?
It's not. I deleted it from your questions to make your questions smaller. But the reason I brought it up is because this is how the
Aowen kills the Winter King Magma.
thank you. I couldn't come up with Winter King.
That's Game of Thrones.
That's why I was like,
And that's also the Night King, not the Winter King. What the fuck is going on with you?
oh, I'm done. It's been a
My
weird...
brain go boom.
All right, so what do you
my
want to
brain
know?
went boom a while ago. But given, I don't know, this line has always bothered me. Like, I think it's really cool that she gets to kill him, but at the same time, it has always bothered me.
I love how she killed him.
Well, yeah, stab him right in the face. Poor Mary got electrocuted.
Yeah, he had some magical backlash as he stabbed him.
Uh-huh.
Like half or the spine? I don't know.
Speaking
I
of
don't know.
South Park, she turned him into a Canadian with that slit going across his face.
I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
I'm not your pal, buddy.
I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your buddy.
Sorry.
So it bothered you. What about it bothered you?
So, if no man can kill him, is he specifically talking about males or is he talking about humanity?
Well,
In the concept, it is just males.
because she
Because-
rips off the helmet and says, "Susie, your favorite line of the movie."
I am no man. It is one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Played it off.
But the reason it bothered me is because he specifically says no man can kill me. And as a kid, I was like, cool, female power, let's go. As an adult, my brain just goes, but do you mean male or are you talking about humanity? Because if you're just talking about humanity, then
Also,
dwarf
there's
really-
no prophecy there. He was just saying that because he wanted to look big.
okay.
He has no immunity to a person.
Okay, these are things that I didn't know, and that's why I was like, why? I don't understand where this is coming
I
from.
mean, you saw Mary get the backlash from stabbing him. That's what's normally supposed to happen. And if you notice, it did happen to Aowen. She got the backlash. She didn't die from it because Mary siphoned off of some of the blow that was supposed to come to her.
Okay, see, that makes much more sense. As a kid, I just accepted it. As an adult, I questioned it.
He has an enchantment on him to reflect the damage that's dealt to him, essentially.
Okay.
And Mary siphons some of that damage off.
The reason why Rob is
basically,
on the podcast to explain
more
shit
than
we
one
don't
person-
understand.
More than one person needed to attack him in order to defeat him.
And there's another way of putting it. No man can kill me. Well, what about a group of men?
Yeah. Okay. That makes
What about
much-
a bird? Can a bird kill you?
Yeah, peck his nuts off.
Can we not talk about birds because that movie still traumatizes?
He assumed he had power of immortality and invulnerability. He didn't.
He
But
found
it was
he fucked
close
around
enough.
and found out.
It was
Yeah,
close
no, he
enough.
looked in the front.com and got a full subscription. Finding out.
I came up with a funny one.
Are you proud of yourself?
Always when it comes to being a comedic piece of shit.
All right, next question. We're getting close to the wire here.
Yes, yes, we are.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm. Did we expect the orcs turning on one another?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yes. I didn't.
Oh, well, that's you then.
It's the first time I've ever seen the movie.
Even when I first saw it, I was just like, they're gonna kill each other, aren't they? Because there's no way in hell Sam's gonna be able to do this.
So I've read a lot of books, and in all of the books that I've read, 9 times out of 10, orcs turn on each other because it's just their nature. It's not anything that can be controlled. They can have a leader, but they're just.
See, my whole explanation behind what my thought was, they will turn on each other when there's nobody else left. And there was still people left. So I thought they were going to coincide until everybody else was dead, and then they could start ripping limb from limb.
Specifically their leaders, if their commanders are gone, then they're more apt to start attacking each other.
Ooh. Oh, that's gorgeous. I should put my phone down.
You good over there, fam?
No, Jessica just shared something.
Oh, okay.
And with it being
Moving
my wife,
along.
I am entitled to piece of candy.
Thoughts on Sam rescuing Frodo
I'm going
again instead of just heading to Mount Doom? Because at this point, I have assumed that he has taken the ring off of Frodo because he thought Frodo was dead. Nothing? You guys got
It's
nothing?
Sam. I love
Actually,
Sam.
I have something, but not to this, but to the last one. And I told AJ I had something about this.
Oh, yeah.
How the hell did you love that WWE heel turn right then and there? I love watching the orcs fight each other, but so younger James got kicked out of the movie theater for laughing obscenely hard of watching an orc drop kick another orc out the window. You guys will understand. Like, I love that scene because every time I watch, I'm like, my God, that orc has a family.
And Rob's like picturing the whole scene in his head, just continuously to laugh.
I'm just thinking about the two Spanish announcers in the side. Just going, "Póngame el horn!"
And at this point, I can just hear the guard coming back up to the movie there again. You again? I'm sorry, I just really love this scene. Leave.
James, Rob, I want you to know by looking at your camera how red my face is after that.
Oh,
Not fair. I can't breathe as it is.
Frodo and Sam, that was a great scene. I love the fact
Frodo.
that Sam wasn't strong enough to resist the ring. It's proof that Frodo was the proper person to hold the ring, not Sam, not Merry, not Pippin. The only one who did it better was Bilbo.
Yeah.
Because Bilbo was actually able to right over. It's not mine no more. But holy crap, when Sam came back to rescue Frodo, I was like, insert somebody saving somebody in wrestling.
Current Jeff saving Matt from getting his ass stomped out.
Oh, and dancing down the.
Thanks. I
Yes,
just saw
your brother's
him.
getting his shit kicked in. Oh, my theme music hit. Let me dance my way down to the ring to save you.
All
I
right,
mean, it's only
next
proper.
question.
Yes. Thoughts on Gandalf and Aragorn's Aragog. Susie, take over. I need another drink.
What are your thoughts on Gandalf and Aragorn's plans? So the plans to distract the eye from Sam and Frodo.
Man, talk about going out on a limb.
Talk about thinking your friends are a little too short to be seen.
Not from this eye.
They put a lot of faith on Frodo. And I noticed throughout this entire part, they were just saying, what about Frodo? Frodo. What about Sam? James,
And I
you
thought
okay
James
there?
just died.
I just dropped because it's just like, listen, we're not here about him. We're here about Frodo.
So my whole thought on that was, well, have them look over here while those two jackasses better be doing what we told them to do over there. Good plan. Small thing. You can't control what they're doing. So you better hope that they're not dead or they're still on track.
You better hope the ball's still in play.
Yeah, no kidding. Good plan. Too many variables still. Susie, your thoughts?
This is where you get AJ's favorite line. And I think it's actually a great idea to distract the eye from what's going on.
Wait, I have it.
Certainty of death. 0 chance of success.
What are we waiting for?
No, small chance of success.
Really because they really don't know if Frodo and Sam are still alive. But they want to give Frodo the chance to destroy the ring. And they know that he's in Mordor. The likelihood of the eye seeing them has just increased exponentially.
Oh, hit me.
And I love that it's... Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Certainty of death. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
I just love the cadence and how he says it is perfect. And I think I paused the movie right there and then. I'm like, that's my favorite line. Boom.
It is. He did pause it.
And I did love the whole scene with Aragorn and the Palantir. Just Aragorn trying to show him, I'm the king, I have returned. And then the Sauron going, yeah, I know, here's your bitch dying. Get out of here. And his neck was breaks.
Yeah.
Because Sauron just had to demoralize him as hard as possible. And Aragorn does not break.
No. What are your thoughts on how Sam and Frodo got through the orcs?
That's a me and Will or me and Paul or James and Kendall. Hey, why don't we just fit in?
Look at the version.
Hey, they won't kill us if they think if we're one of them. Yeah, sure. Great idea.
Start a fight. Let's start a fight. So we can get away.
Yeah, the punch in the gut while pretty much Frodo's already keeled over on the ground. Just punch me in the gut. I've been waiting to do this all 3 movies. It worked. They got away.
Start a fight.
They got away.
Thoughts on Aragorn's speech to the armies? Or army, however you want to think about it.
Hang on.
Rob, go.
All right. I love it. I felt hyped. I was prepared to run at a troll or whatever with a sharp metal stick.
It's the conch.
I love the scene right beforehand where he's talking to the mouth of Sauron.
Oh, when he has the sword?
When he has the mithril chainmail.
Yeah.
Because that was just like, oh, that's so cool.
Mhm.
And if you notice, the mouth was way too big to be a normal human mouth.
Yeah.
They enlarged it 30% more and took out the nose.
Yeah, they like removed the lips and then they made his mouth bigger. More than what makeup would allow them to do, so that it was that like the thought was that Sauron is so evil that he burned his lips away.
That wasn't Sauron. That was the mouth of Sauron.
Yeah, but
And
The mouth
it's
of Sauron.
essentially that was his ambassador
yeah,
to the other realms. And Aragorn just beheads a motherfucker.
mhm.
Well, there goes our peace talks.
There weren't gonna be peace talks.
I know, but I kind of thought that's, hey, let's talk about how we're going to do shit. All right. Psing, goodbye. Message deleted.
So the other part, the part that I love about Aragorn's speech is not the speech itself, though I love the speech. It's the after the speech, where they all yell for Frodo, and the hobbits take off before everybody else do.
I
The little
thought
hobbit.
Aragorn was the first one to start running.
Aragorn was the first, but if you watch, the two hobbits follow, and then it's Gandalf, Gimli, and Legolas.
The smile on Gandalf's face when they started running was like, oh, we get to fight again. Cool. Ah!
I get to kill more things? A wizard should know better, but I don't. Ah.
Pumps the shotgun.
Who wants some lead? Next question, Susie.
New spell.
The struggle with Frodo and Gollum.
Ugh.
Oh, you missed the best part. I can't carry it, but I can carry you.
Yeah,
This is where I realized people last week gave me the best compliment in the world, and I didn't realize it.
Yep.
I think I was was that today I was messaging you and I was like, I told you it was the best freaking compliment in the world.
It made me want to cry because I don't see it, but other people do, so that's a plus. Yeah, Sam is an awesome character. Sam is the best friend everybody wishes they had.
I have that.
Everyone wants the guard.
Paul's not here. Ooh, a Pokemon's evolving.
I wasn't talking about Paul, but okay.
She likes you, you cunt.
Honey,
He's not on the screen.
You're not supposed to agree. Go back upstairs with the dog. It's not fair. Getting it from both sides, that sounded bad. All right, my question's over. Next.
I love that Gollum finally gets a freaking sword to the stomach.
We gotta get going. I have to go in like not even 10 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna combine questions. Thoughts of Frodo's struggle to throw the ring into Mount Doom, and did Gollum get what he deserved?
Thoughts on
Absolutely.
Frodo? All the hobbits had that same issue, and damn straight Gollum got what he deserves. Probably needed to happen sooner.
Fuck yeah, it needed to happen sooner.
Just needed lava, apparently.
I mean, he had the ring for like ever, so of course he's not gonna give him.
Ooh,
like,
that hurt. I shouldn't have did that. Ow.
So yeah, at the brink, just like Isildur, Frodo couldn't do it. But Frodo had it for far longer, and he treated it as an actual burden.
Mm-hmm.
And Gollum just got his just desserts. He needed to die, but the prophecy about him was right. Gollum had a part to play in this.
Mhm.
He was the one to destroy the ring, not Frodo.
Actually, it was the losing of the finger that did it, but. Ugh.
Next question.
I'm gonna continue to move on from that. James, do you have anything to add?
No, I mean everyone pretty much summed it up. I had a joke about finger food, but that's it.
You're a disgusting fuck, Susie. Go.
Okay, so the visual effects of destroying the ring, did you like them? Were they great enough? Like, thoughts? And go.
I
If you-
loved what happened the minute the ring was destroyed and how the whole Mordor decided to, hey, we're going to collapse and kill everybody that was, not supposed to be here.
Pretty much. Rob?
I love the tower just collapsing and then
Yeah.
Hey,
Imploding.
Sauron, fuck you.
exploding. That was not an implosion. That was an explosion.
James?
Oh, I actually loved it. Like it was probably a well-fitting destruction scene in general.
Okay. Thoughts on the reunion of the Fellowship? I loved it. I thought it was magical and beautiful and just perfectly done.
I thought it was weird as shit when everybody started laughing.
The boys are back in town. The
Gandalf!
I think they were just so happy to see that he was alive.
Yeah, but I could have done with how weird Frodo said, Gandalf.
He just got his finger bit off and fucking just fought a little midget over a molten lava. Let him be. He actually had the high ground. Let him win this one.
You're welcome.
Ow, that hurt my chest. Ow.
Thoughts on the crowning of the king?
You bow to no one.
Actually has my favorite line in it. My friends, you bow to no one.
Yeah, that's my favorite line too.
It made me tear up because then everybody bowed to them and like, hey, this is what the top of people's heads look like.
We've been through 6 movies, and this is a movie that has earned the words "the end."
That was a good line, Rob. Good line.
Yeah.
Good soup.
I have a question I put in here specifically for AJ.
Whoop.
So your thoughts on the final scene in the series, but do you think the ending was too long?
Yes, I thought the ending was very long and that it could have stopped, 3 or 4 times beforehand. While I do like how it all played out, I just thought it dragged on way too long.
All right. What about Bilbo?
Oh, being able to get on the boat and go. Happy for him and everything, but I feel like that scene was not needed. That whole scene right there was not needed. They could have hit the end before that happened, and I would have been happy.
James?
I agree. No, I fully agree with him.
Yeah, I love the ending scene. To me, it was closure.
Oh, you're 100% right. It was nice. It's just when you think the climax is over, we're kind of trained. I was like, okay, that was it. End of movie. Not, that was it. Not that. End of, not that.
I'm glad they didn't go with the movie, because at the end of I'm glad they didn't go with the book, because at the end of the book there was a whole other campaign to retake the Shire from Saruman.
There was.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So there was a whole other war that had to happen that they just decided not to do.
Oh dear God.
But I love the endings. I'm sad that it didn't keep going, because there was a little bit more that they had to do, and that was what happened to Legolas and Gimli.
Oh my God.
Which is, Legolas and Gimli became such great friends that Legolas built the next boat, and he and Gimli sailed to the west.
Yeah.
Thus, Gimli was the only dwarf to ever attain the honor of sailing to the Grey Haven.
I read that in one of my lore things that Sam also went over.
Not sure about that. Maybe.
I'm not sure either, but I figured if anybody knew, it might be you.
And Gimli also became a king. He ruled the Glittering Cave. Next one, because we're going over.
Okay, so favorite movie in the Lord of the Rings series and favorite movie through all 6 movies.
Return of the King and Return of the King.
Return of the King.
I'm
Return
with
of
you
the
there.
King.
Return of the King, Return of the King.
This movie was all everything but and epic.
James?
Same.
Return of the King and Return of the King.
Return of the King was just the it was everything.
You want character development? We have it. You want fighting? We have it. You want good story? We have that too.
Yeah. Favorite character and least favorite character.
Sam and Gollum.
Rob?
I'm gonna go with Sam and Aragorn and Gollum.
Okay. James?
Gimli, Gollum.
Pippin and Gollum.
Well, we all hate Andy Serkis,
I don't hate Andy Serkis. I just hate his character.
His character
which
just
means he
clawed
played
at
it
us.
right.
He was made to be hated.
Okay.
Mhm.
Favorite fight and scene. Or scene. Favorite fight or scene. Or if they're both, you can do both.
My favorite scene was in a fight, and that's when they get off the boats, the 3 of them, Legolas, Gimli, and
Aragorn.
Aragorn, and they all start laughing at them. And you in what army? Me in this army. And here come all the ghosts, and you just see all the.
For me, my favorite fight is the fight at Minas Tirith, because it's so expansive and you really get to see a lot of the battle tactics on it. Probably my favorite scene though is when the steward goes racing off the edge and takes a fiery plummet. Rob?
My favorite scene is the goodbye at the Grey Haven.
Oh, that's a good scene. I love. It's so pretty.
That was one of the first times in my adult life I ever cried at the end of the movie.
Yeah, you're not alone. James?
For me, it was watching a ghost just storm the battlefield and just take down an elephant, because for me that was oddly amusing. And stop that. I ended up raising my hand. It was like, you raised your hand. No, I didn't. Actually, it was that fight I actually really enjoyed too. So it was just watching ghosts just take out all these things like it was nothing, and that was more terrifying to me than anything else.
They stomped the mud hole.
Okay, so on that note, Rob, where can people find you?
Y'all can find me in Minas Tirith, 3rd level.
Out of the 7, you're just gonna be on the 3rd level.
Just the 3rd. I don't have high aspirations, but I'll take
we
number
know this.
3.
It's because the 3rd level has a garden and you just really like the view.
Yeah.
James, where can people find you?
Annoying you guys, or now starting up on Fiverr, or TikTok.
Or TikTok.
TikTok, make it bad. No, stop it, AJ.
Um,
Bad.
I'm actually going to join Rob on Minas Tirith, and but however, I'm going all the way up. It's not because I have high aspirations, but because I like views, and that.
Hey, then we'll finally be the same height.
yeah, we'll finally do the same thing. And AJ you can find AJ wherever Rob Paulson says you can find him.
Yes, because I will insert that right now.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA Jalistar 15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ All-Star 15. I should have said AJ All-Star, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Good,
AJ,
man.
where else can people find you?
Oh, spotting for Andrew Marat in iRacing, for Revline Racing, and pretty much here and on all our other podcasting shit sites stuff. Ha!
You good over there, fam?
No.
Okay. Well, peace out, y'all.
Hey yo.